Hi everyone, welcome back. This is gonna be the second video. Originally I was gonna do from top to bottom on the cosplay, but I have decided to do whatever's convenient. So today is Sunday, it's my day off. I am at my sister's house, and of course my sewing area right here, until the plan is to move the sewing machine to the new home when my dad comes over. But there's some changes and stuff, so we'll see what goes. For now, this guy is gonna stay here. And let me introduce you to my awesome sewing machine, which is right here. Yep, there we go. This is my little sewing machine. I wouldn't call it little, right? This is the machine I got from my aunt. She used to sew at home as a job, but she no longer do that, and then she gave it to me. So yay! It's the most awesome thing ever. And then in the back here, I got myself a little hemming machine, or I forgot what the other term was, but my dad got it for me at a swap meet, sorry. Yeah, swap meet is a great place to find little things for cheaper price. Kind of like Goodwill, but sometimes better because it depends on the person who sells it, and it's a great place to find used stuff for cosplay. And in California, where I used to live, we got the luxury of fabric places because they have fabrics there for $1 a yard or $2 a yard, and you know, you find great things regardless. Today, back to me, today we will be working on the pant. I didn't bring the reference sheet with me because I didn't think I needed. So I bought with me here the fleece. Right there, that's the fleece. That's my little pant. Oh, I got the scarf too, so we're gonna sew the scarf together. Let's see. Yeah, so as I mentioned in the previous video, I just pretty much cut the short where I want it to be already, and then I got my piece of fleece. So how I normally work is, like I said, I don't measure. I don't really go into the whole, you know, I rarely pin, but you know, pinning sometimes I do it for thinner fabric, but for these guys I just kind of eye everything. And it's cosplay, you know. For me, cosplay is just get it done in the most efficient way as possible and fastest way as possible. So like I said, I don't sew pants because I could, but I would spend like hours and hours and days sewing pants, and I don't want to do that. So why don't I just get a piece of already sewn pants and just modify it? So you can always do that. One of the problems that you usually encounter after you cut is these little fray right here, and they just come off everywhere and all that stuff. If you don't have a hemming machine like I do, or serger, that's what it's called. Yeah, you don't have a serger or a hemming machine like I do. I figured out a cheap way, as well as more kind of efficient way that I did for my entire costume at Anime Expo last year, was using nail polish. I mean, you can buy one of those little fray check thing, and it costs about $3, or you can go to any of the nail supplies place and get one of these bottles for $1, and they'll last you a while too. And I mean, they smell, so make sure you do it outside or somewhere where it's well ventilated, not like in your room where you can, you know, sniff in all the fume and don't get high from it. But you know, little nail polish right here. What you do is you just kind of just paint on the rim here until it's covered, and then you just let it dry. And after that, you shouldn't have any fray problem at all, because I did use that for my AHhaha costume, which works great. So why not, right? Well, let me reset the camera and then we'll get started. Okay. Okay. So this, hopefully this angle will work. All right. Well, we got our pant right here. And then of course a little area right here. So how I like to do is, instead of taking out the measuring tape, and you can if you want, I'm just lazy, so this is how I do it. I start where the easiest way to find is the previous seam right here. You see right there. I just take this and I give it about an extra, I don't know, half an inch if you want, and I just go around it like so. See, so I just go around it like this. I hope you can see it. If not, I'm sorry. And when you end here, what you do is also give it another ½ inch. And I take a humongous scissor. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to use a humongous scissor. You snipped it a little bit. I left all my scissor at the new home, so this is all I get to work with. Humongous scissor. This guys can cut through about this thick layer of fabric, so awesome. So yeah, now you got that snipped off on this little end here. You see, so that I snipped it off just to see where I need to work with. And what you can do now is just cut it like so. I hope you can see that. Hopefully, right? There you go. That's my little piece right there. I already had this kind of pre-measured, but in case you don't, then you can, you know, fold it like this and see how big you want your line, your little folded line around the, what I mean is like this. See how the pants, and then however much it goes up to the pants, you can measure that. For me, I'm going to fold it so I give it plenty of room to sew in and fold it over and all that stuff. So you'll see what I mean later. But this is 1/2 right there, so you can probably start seeing that. And then, so now, oh, what is this doing here? Got my little roll of thread. Anyways, throw that away too. So now, instead of measuring all over again, I can just lay this like so. And they're not even, but who cares? It's cosplay, right? You don't have to be perfect. Unless you're like super OCD. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm not. So this is one of those times I'm not. So just go like that and copy that piece. And this is the extra. You throw it aside. Like, I'm a messy person, so. So yep. So you fold it in half, and if you want to be perfect, you can fold both in half at the same time. And we cut them like this. Usually I don't, but for demos purposes, I do. So, see what I mean? This lizard is awesome. Look at that. So badass. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say ass? There we go. All this, I usually have a box in the back. You probably can't see it, but there's this yellow box in the back here. I just throw all my stuff too. So, okay. So now we got this piece cut out. Great. It'll be pretty loud because my machines are pretty loud. So please excuse the noises. I am gonna now hem them. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. Oh, it's kind of tilted too. Let's see. There's my little hemming machine over there. So I'm gonna go. And what I'm gonna do is, you can either, like I said, the nail polish thing or fray checks or whatever. This is the piece. What I'm going to do first of all is open them and sew the shorter edges together. And in this case, I'm going to hem the edges together. Okay. Oops, see, one's shorter than the other, but it's okay. Yeah, got my two pieces together. Yay! Now, I'm gonna hem this piece because I can't stand the red start like popping out all over the place. So we're gonna, fraying all over the place, sorry. Alright, that's two, and we're done with the hemming. Yay! So, whatever costume you're working on, you know, do that. It's the same concept, so. Okay. Ooh. Oh, my bad. This one's not done. I need to do another thing to it. So, let me. Okay. This whole brace thing, I got carpal tunnel syndrome, like a slight case of it, so I've been wearing it, but this is not gonna work, so I'm gonna take it out. Much better. Okay. Snip that off and snip this off. So, okay, so what you do now is you get this little tube. You don't want that, so what you're going to do now is fold it over. You can either sew it to make sure it's tight, or in my case, I don't really care. Because it's just something that goes around the pants leg thing anyway, so don't matter to me. So I'm going to just do what I'm supposed to do here. You fold it over and you just try to line it where your two seams meet, like so. And then you just put your hand there, like that. See that? Isn't that cute? Okay, same thing to the other one. Make sure the two seams meet. Okay, well, we got that done. So now I'm going to hem these two together. Oh, in this case, you're going to have to sew it if you don't have what's it called? The hemming machine. Yes. So just sew it with the actual sewing machine, because we kind of just want it to stay together. Okay. Now I'm done for sure with the little white part of this pant. Anyways, short. I should start calling it short. But anyways, now what you would do is, I like to line where the seam, where the sewing seam is, to the inside of this, so it's harder for them to see. So what you do now is, you just take this, just find your seam like this and loop it in. Like that. So there we go. Makes your life easier. Just put it inside instead. So you understand why I did that in a minute. I'm doing this just to reassure myself here. Because sometimes I mess up and I spend more time taking out the seams than sewing them, so I always try to make sure of myself. Here you go. See that? It's gonna be inside, okay? After we got the white part inside the part of the shorts here, we're gonna start. I like to start where the seam meets. Remember I said about the inside seam? That's where I usually like to start. And what you're gonna do is you just start sewing them around. So two pieces together, sew. Okay. And in this case, I mean, if you're OCD or you want it to look perfect, sometimes I'm OCD, but sometimes I'm not. In this case, I have whites in here, so I don't really care. So I actually use white threads instead, and I don't have any red threads on me because, like I said, I just recently moved here. I didn't bring all my sewing stuff from California with me. So just what I have, I try to work with. So here is white threads, okay? So don't freak out. Let me start. Remember, seams. Put it in, and let's sew them together. And then you just cut them out. Right here. It's gonna so kill my hands. Okay. Oh, we got those two sewn together. Let me turn that off so you can hear me. So what you do now, and there we go. Now you can probably start seeing why I did what I did. So what you do now is take it out, like so. See that? Yay! No, that's not going to be the wet part of the short. You fold it over, like that. See? That wasn't so hard now, was it? Of course, now the only problem you have is all these little red stuff sticking on there. You probably can't see it, but you can see it. Whatever, just clean it up. But yeah, there's your little short. We're done. That's it. If you want to be sure the short doesn't move around and stuff, you can either hand sew the seams up here. Just kind of hand sew them so they stay in one spot and another one over here. I can do that later. I mean, meh, it's not important. So yeah, that's the short, and we're done with the short. Yay!